Best 5 electric bike are offered in a wide variety, each with unique features, benefits, and prices. I did a massive amount of research, reviewed a ton of reviews, and put up a list of the best 5 electric bike from trustworthy brands to assist you in making a decision. After extensive investigation, I discovered these goods to benefit people like you. If you are curious to learn more about the price and other information, be sure read my description. Without further ado, let's watch the video. Number 1. Wallke H6 electric bike. The powerful motor gets paired with a powerful controller that takes full advantage of the big battery capacity to offer impressive acceleration. Whether you're rocking the throttle or pedal assist, high power is available at your fingertips or toes. But just as important as a high-power e-bike that gets up to 30+ miles per hour speeds is a bike that can also stop. And these hydraulic disc brakes on what look like motorcycle disc rotors accomplish that goal with flying colors. Add in that bright and colorful LED display between the hydraulic disc brake levers, and you've got a very nicely outfitted cockpit. I will say that the bars felt a bit higher for me than I might have liked. They weren't ape hangers, but they definitely had a cruiser-esque feel to them with my hands up higher than I normally like. I got used to it pretty quickly though. In fact, that whole bike feels bigger than it looks, and it puts you in a nice, upright seating position that gives you a tall view of the road ahead of you. With both front and rear suspension, there's a lot of moving parts down beneath you that help lift that frame up and give you a bit of height. For shorter riders, keep in mind that the suspension seat post limits just how low the seat can go. I'm 5'7" cubed and I had no problem with seat height, but shorter riders than me could start to run into issues. Wallke recommends a minimum rider height of 5'4" cubed, for reference. The star of the show here, and part of what contributes to the extra heft of the Wallke H6, is the pair of batteries. Adding up to 1,680 watt-hours, there's a ton of battery capacity on this bike. They humorously rate the bike for 170 miles of range. Except that figure isn't quite so laughable when you realize that works out to nearly 10 watt-hours/mile, which is a reasonable consumption level for a fit rider using pedal assist. Call me crazy, but I'm guessing most people who buy this bike aren't going to shoehorn into this fit rider classification, at least not the type of rider that can pedal an e-bike for 170 miles. So if you're rocking throttle-only riding, then expect a range of likely 50-75 miles depending on how fast you go. That's still a super long range for a throttle-controlled e-bike, and is only possible thanks to that massive amount of battery spread across two large battery packs. Number 2. VITILAN V3 electric bike. The e-bikes are to replace old school bikes now. They are trending like no other electronic device these days, and rightfully so. Today, we've brought you an e-bike to look at, the VITILAN electric bike. Thanks to its Shimano 7-speed professional derailleur, it is adaptable to a wide range of terrains, from paved highways to muddy back roads and steep mountain passes, due to its high motor and durable battery power. VITILAN electric bike provides you with very reliable battery life. The electric bike has a 13.4 lithium battery that is charged for only 6 hours. As the VITILAN electric bicycle can go up to 28-37 miles solely in electric mode and can be driven 43 to 55 miles in power assisting mode, you do not need to worry about morning traffic jams or 5 p.m. commute hassle after work. The e-bike includes an intelligent power system that will be the best equivalent for your everyday commute, especially with its removable and long battery life offers excellent convenience. You can easily remove the battery and charge it at home or work, anywhere you can plug it in. However, you have two options for charging. If you do not prefer to remove the battery, you have the option to charge the battery when it is still on the electric bike within its frame. Motor power is one of the most crucial aspects to consider when it comes to e-bikes. The performance almost solely depends on the motor power of the electric bike. VITILAN e-bike has a powerful engine with 48 voltage and a 750 watt brushless motor. This powerful motor enables the electric bike to be driven up to a max speed of 32 miles per hour. Other than the speed, 48V and 750W motor equip you with a torque of 60 and the performance of conquering a 30 degrees slope. The powerful high-speeder comes with 3 riding modes. 3 riding modes will take you anywhere, regardless of stones, bumpy roads, muddy paths, and sandy beaches. Even in snowy hills, you can rely on VITILAN electric bikes. The VITILAN electric bike has both mechanical and Shimano gear systems. Disc brakes, both front and rear on this fat-tired electric bike, are mechanical for enhanced stopping power. The braking action of a mechanical disc brake may be more linear, less jarring, and more modern. 7-speed gearing improves hill climbing abilities, provides more mileage options, and allows for more varied terrain. Number 3. Jasion EB7 2.0 Electric Bike. Jasion's 28-cubed foldable electric bike, EB7, immediately hit me with its quality build. Despite the shipping box that could use more heavier-duty cardboard, the content arrived undamaged with good foam padding at the right places. The bike's 59 pounds made it one of the heavier electric bicycles I had tested, but there was a reason for that. Larger battery and stronger motor. Assembly was straightforward, although the instruction manual gave me a bit of a scare as its steps detailed putting together the individual components of the headset, front fork, and front brakes. Holy moly, I thought to myself, giving flashbacks on when I had to frustratingly try to figure out how to put together the individual, small pieces of a mechanical mountain bike a year ago for the first time. Thankfully, the stem, fork, and brakes were already pre-assembled, and all I had to do was mount the handlebar, attach the front wheel and headlight to the fork, add the seat and pedals, and off we went. I was pleasantly surprised that the front disc brakes were not rubbing and required no adjustment, but I am certain that your experience probably would vary since nearly every bike I had put together needed some tweaking. Ride performance was clean, smooth, and comfortable thanks to its fat tires and front and rear suspension to smooth out bumps and rocky terrain. Shock absorption level could be adjusted for the front fork for increased pedaling efficiency. Fat tires, with low tire pressure, perform better on snow and sand than road or mountain ones by not sinking as much. Furthermore, the motor's 500 watts of nominal power was strong, holding a 43% advantage over both my Gugo SY26 and Dad's Metaku Cybertrack 100 mountain e-bikes. That meant a very sudden, rapid speed increase that could feel out of control at times, but my mom handled it like a champ after a few minutes of riding. Yes, despite her being 5'1" cubed tall and the manufacturer claiming a design for persons of at least 5'2" cubed height, she comfortably mounted and dismounted without a single complaint. I test rode it myself and wow, it definitely accelerated much faster than my Gugo, and so I was confident it could handle hills better than mine, and it did indeed. The Jasion had a very clean, streamlined look with cables tucked away nicely. A diagonal frame just under the seat and on top of the down tube provided an extra handle to carry the bike around with, though as I had stated, its 59 pounds would not be something my elderly mom would be happy to carry around. It took a bit of a struggle to unlock the stem and down tube, and it also was not easy for my mother to fold the frame in half, but with a bit of adjustment, it became more effortless without affecting the integrity and safety mechanism. You could certainly leave the bike as it was shipped since that would make it safer to operate. Shifting between the 7 gears was effortless with a thumb and finger control mechanism, and the fat tires gave a very satisfying sound while zipping around the neighborhood park and up a few climbs. Power assist, PA, was available in 5 levels by default, and speed topped at a fast 24.1 miles per hour, 38.8 kilometers per hour, without a rider. Legally, electric bikes cannot go faster than 20 miles per hour to fall under the United States Class 2 designation, and in California, only Class 2 can ride on Class 1. Number 4. UE Folding Electric Bike. The best electric folding bikes will take you from A to B with ease but also pack up small for transport or storage. The growth and popularity of electric folding bikes probably hasn't escaped your notice. After all, our towns and cities are the ideal playground for a commuter-focused product that combines the attributes of the best folding bikes opens in new tab, notably portability, with those of the best e-bikes opens in new tab, namely making your journey faster and less physically taxing. The best electric folding bikes are ideally suited for carrying on trains and buses as well as folding up small enough to make storage both at work and at home a breeze. Likewise, their manageable size also makes them a good choice for taking on holiday. The G4 is a solid choice for a commuter, with the option to add many accessories such as mudguards, fenders, a front and rear pannier rack, integrated lights, lock holster and a travel case. The design folds in half, so that you can push it on its wheels rather than needing to carry it, or you can fully fold it into a compact package. There's built-in rear suspension, concealed cabling and a fully enclosed drivetrain. It features a discreetly integrated USB port on the handlebar, enabling owners to charge their phone or other small devices from the bike's battery when not in use. The high-tech handlebar boasts an LED display that helps you to keep an eye on battery life while in motion. It's also likely to be pretty low maintenance given that the drivetrain is completely enclosed. This makes sense given that commuting year-round usually means cycling in the wet at some point. The G4 utilizes a Shimano Nexus 3-speed internally geared hub. With one of suspension and two wide tires, it is one of the more comfortable small wheelers. Single-sided wheel attachment means you don't even have to remove the wheel, should you puncture one of the 20 wheels. The 250 watts, 500 watts in the US, G4 electric motor and 300 watt-hours lithium-ion battery provides a range of 40 miles or 65 kilometers on eco mode and will fully charge from empty in 3 hours. GoCycle says that the G4 drive motor delivers more torque, improving acceleration and hill climbing. It weighs in at 17.6 kilograms, 38.8 pounds. However, as the weight is centered low on the frame, this at least makes the ride more stable. The folding mechanism has been improved since previous versions and can be quickly collapsed into a small package. GoCycle says this can be done in as little as 10 seconds. The travel case is one of a wide range of options and doesn't come with the bike but further adds to the portability of the G. Number 5. FREESKY 750 watts electric bike. One of the most prevalent features of the Highway Cruiser is the powerful acceleration that it is capable of. Whether you are using the throttle or pedal assist, the power of the 750 watts hub motor is apparent. We found the acceleration to take us by surprise, as there is a temporary lag before the motor engages if you're pedaling. We definitely would have liked to see less lag in the motor engagement, but it didn't take long to get used to. As far as when the Highway Cruiser is up to speed, it's extremely fast for a fat tire bike. On straightaways, it doesn't take much effort to be pedaling upwards of 20 miles per hour, and because of the fat tires, we felt extremely stable on the Highway Cruiser at those speeds. It's noticeably quicker than most of the other electric bikes we test. The Highway Cruiser comes with a Shimano 7-speed gearshift system, and a Shimano Altus derailleur. The gear range on the Cruiser was perfect for hill climbs, and speed in general. Lots of e-bikes have gearing that's too easy in comparison to the pedal assist levels, which results in spinning out the gear you're in quickly. Thankfully that's not the case on the Highway Cruiser. The gear range provided is a great median of being easy enough to climb with on the high end, and hard enough to maintain speed with on the low end. Powering the Highway Cruiser is a 750 watts brushless rear hub motor that possesses very apparent power and speed capabilities. When testing the Cruiser we were able to hold high average speeds on hills and through the sand. This is notable because these are two areas where some e-bikes struggle to hold their speed. It was great to experience the power and torque the fat tire possesses, and as mentioned it was a luxury to be able to trudge through deep sand, and fly up hills no matter how steep. The motor engagement may take you by surprise at first, so make sure you start off in pedal assist level 1 and go up from there. The long-lasting, stealthy 48 volts 17.5Ah Samsung lithium-ion battery is a great addition to the Himawi Cruiser. We appreciated how many amp hours this battery has, as any less would probably result in short charge lives and noticeable battery depletion on steep, sustained climbs. Thankfully that isn't the case for the Himawi's battery as mentioned above in our range tests section. We only have good things to say about this battery. It charges quickly, and lasts a long time even when riding the bike on higher assist levels. Considering the fact we nearly reached 44 miles on maximum assistance, it's safe to assume the Himawi Cruiser will reach over 60 miles before finally dying if you conserve the battery as much as possible when riding.